and welcome to episode 190 of the Talking Wednesday podcast. That 200's creeping around the corner, isn't it?
Getting closer, isn't
it is. It's Dex and Punk for you this week to talk you through every bit of Sheffield Wednesday news, which is not very much. But also today, the other half of the podcast, it's not going to be an extra. It's going to be the draft update. Now, usually the draft update's meant to have the three of us. Jack missed the last one. Jack's missing this one.
Yep.
Does Jack exist?
He's AI.
Oh, yeah, I'd be less annoying in that situation. Maybe I do start to like AI after all of my rants about it.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's kind of funny.
Yeah. I was going to say that's quite mean. I shouldn't say that because he might take it seriously. But I was like, well, at least AI is available and always there and ready. I was going to use the word reliable, but that's not very nice, is it? Love you, Jack.
We love you, Jack. Get on a show soon.
Kind of. Sometimes. See, the thing is, I try and get him on it like once a month. And actually, the past month I've tried to get him on multiple times, but the man's decided to do sport and such. But anyway, enough about our adopted child. How has your week been, my friend?
Knackering. Absolutely knackering. I've been quite under the weather since pretty much Saturday after we did the podcast, actually. I felt really ill. It didn't go well. I've only just got over it, but I am now doing the whole stay-at-home dad situation. So I'm up early and I am shattered. I am been up since 3:30 today, and yeah, that's been fun. So it's been getting used to the new normal, as they say, and it's just doing me head in. And then having building work next door to you as well doesn't help either. I got used to the
same mate. We've got road closures all around us at the minute.
I mean, oh God, how long is it taking you to get home?
A long time.
Oh God. I think that's the thing you don't realise until things start happening like that, how good things were, and then you're like, oh, great. But it's getting better. It's just like, it's slowly but surely coming to grips with the new reality. And I knew I'd be fine eventually once I get into routine. It's just getting into that new routine as well is just killing me. And also doing the school run at the same time. So it's all blurred into one. Like, I kid you not, when he takes his morning nap, if he takes one, I fall asleep on the sofa. I had turned into that person. But apart from that,
I don't blame you. It's like I knew you had baby brain when you thought we were doing this podcast yesterday.
Yeah. I remember that.
And you were like, "Oh, lass isn't home yet. Can you give me 10 minutes?" And I was like, "Jake, we're not doing it until tomorrow."
How's your week been, mate?
It's been very, very busy. Drink. I've been all over the shop this week. And right, here we go.
Sorry,
embarrassing stories on the podcast.
I thought you just said you've been to all the shop, not all over the shop.
No, I've been all over the shop. Last night, right, I was up until 2 a.m., but I tried to go to bed 2 hours earlier. But I have not hit 30 yet, Jake. But 30, I think, is hitting me because I couldn't sleep because I had some sort of indigestion / acid reflux for 2 hours, which was so uncomfortable that I couldn't settle.
Oh, you're getting the early 30 bit. So when you hit 30, you just...
Well, that's the thing. I was like, is this a sign of things to come?
Pretty much.
I was like, this heartburn indigestion sort of... sitting there, like I wasn't I just really, crude warning, I really just wanted to belch, right? But I couldn't.
It wasn't
for 2 hours. I had some Rennie's-like thing that didn't work. And I was just like, this is not fun.
Do you know if you need to belch? Do you know what a good way to do it is? It's either rubbing your stomach or getting something to rub your back.
Well, this is the other thing. Soph's not here at the minute. She's gone to her mum's and dad's for a couple of days. That sounds like we've had a domestic in the barn. She's moved out. She's taken the kids. Now, she had a couple of days sort of thing, and I'm working all the time. And so we were like, she hadn't been back home in a while because obviously we moved. So we're quite away. So she's gone back there. And she's back probably by the time this podcast is out, to be fair. But it's a case of like, I'm glad in a way she wasn't there because I'd have kept her up for 2 hours. Just
but you do know
going, this is horrific.
You do realise though, if she was there, she wouldn't have stopped taking the piss out of you. So maybe it's a good thing.
Yeah. But it's like, I tried to sit upright and then and I was just like, this is just, if this is a sign of things to come on, stop because I want to get off.
Yeah, that's not good.
I actually, though, I've always had that. Like, I was in a nightclub when I was 23 and
many years ago.
I had to say to the group, well, I kind of like whispered it in an ear of someone I was very close with. I was like, I'm going to have to go and sit in that booth because I'm in quite serious pain. It's like, cause I'd been like, I'd drunk a lot, but I'd got immediate, like really bad heartburn.
Why
and I was like,
lager?
Can you not drink lager?
No. Yeah.
No.
I drink lager. And that happened on like it's like 20 minutes after having it. I'm like, oh, I don't feel great. I'm going to die in the corner.
Well, that's just not a thing that the problem I've got, right, I don't think it was carbonation because like I drink like sparkling beverages all the time. That sounds so, why did I say it like that? You weird man.
You sounded very
but like,
posh.
I'm drinking one right now. Oh, well, I'm drinking a carbonated beverage now, I'll have you know. It's actually pretend Fanta fruit twist from Asda. Not Asda, Aldi. My brain. You can tell we're doing this podcast where I've just literally got in from work, can't you?
Yep.
But yeah, it wasn't any of that. I think it's just a case of the depths of hell and indigestion decided to play a part. So the problem was, though, I was up early for work. And it's like, well,
what
I can't
do you have
change
to be up
that.
for work?
Well, it wasn't early, so usually it's like 6:30 ish. But like, luckily, I was meant to be up at 6:30, but my 6:30 call sort of thing didn't come through the work that I was going to do. So luckily I didn't have, but I had to be somewhere that's like 2 hours away for 11. So I still had to get up at like 8. And that's 6 hours sleep, but 6 hours sleep when you're nearly 30 isn't good.
Yeah, 6 hours sleep when you are 30 isn't good. Like I'm closer to 40 than I am anything else. And the thing is, if I don't get I'm in two things. If I get too much sleep, I feel like death. And if I get too little sleep, and I mean like maybe 1 to 2 hours, I don't feel great. I can get away with like 3 to 4. I just call it my old chefing hours.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like I do coast on 6 quite a bit when I have to.
Yeah.
But the problem I've got is if my voice is going to work in terms of singing and get my full range, I need 8 hours if I'm going to do it consistently. If I start to come in a sleep deficit, I can't, like my voice can't sustain sustain it. It's like when you're training, when people say you're exercising and stuff, you need the sleep. It's the same with my voice. If I'm not sleeping, I'm not going to get what I need to get out of it. And when you're doing heavily demanding vocal stuff, that becomes a problem. But yeah, so that wasn't fantastic. And then they've decided to dig up all the roads, as I've said, so it took me longer to get home. But I've got a day off tomorrow, the time of recording this, so I can get this edited. I can do everything in terms of the career stuff, the RTG stuff, get all of that done, and then have a weekend, which will be nice.
That is one of the reasons.
Because there's no football.
Why we're recording midweek is so we both get a weekend.
Yeah, exactly. We said we don't get a chance for a weekend much anymore. So don't get me wrong, I like it. I really do like talking about the football on the day. It feels a lot like it used to nowadays. But yeah, other than that, all right. But yeah, I don't know where my brain's going with that. There's not a lot to talk about this week. Because we've not got a game to talk about, have we? Have we had a game since we last did a pod?
Oh,
no,
we technically have. We had a behind the closed door friendly.
That's true.
Which we don't know too much about. Apart from that, we lost 2-1, which I ain't too bothered about. This is a Champions League Aston Villa in the Prem, who are looking very, very good this year.
It wasn't their full side, though, was it?
It wasn't their full side, but the shining light for me was Ola Kabachi scored.
Yeah.
Because
doesn't count for your draft.
It doesn't count for my draft, and I'm not thinking about my draft here.
Just say it. I'm going to say it. Just like not having that.
But the thing is, we had the whole thing with Olaf when we saw him go down injured. We thought, great, how long is he going to be out for? It looked like it's not a bad of a thought if he played the game in a friendly. I keep wanting to say pre-season friendly, but it's not. It's just a friendly.
Yeah.
And the fact that he scored, they'll do his confidence the world of good. Because the one thing I've noticed with watching him, I think he's a lot more like a Gassama and Masaba put together. Where you've got Gassama's pace and technicality, where with Masaba, you've got his flair and pace, but he got the decision making at times that they both don't have. And I think
Gassama's got good decision making. I would push back slightly there.
I'm gonna say I think Gassama's decision making is actually a lot better than it was last year. It's massively improved. I will agree. I think he knows when to pass the ball. But I think with Olaf, I can see him starting to become more and more a permanent player. Because we've seen him in the last couple of games, how he played and how he actually ran at players. All he's missing is probably a goal or two to these current play style, because he's always driving forward, he's always causing problems, and he's doing something that a lot of our attackers haven't done for years, which is win free kicks.
Yeah.
We win so many free kicks with him. And I think, I told you who he reminds me of. He reminds me a little bit of Jacob Murphy.
Okay.
In the way he runs at players and just drives them into making a tackle.
Yeah.
Because Murphy did that a lot. And
I miss Murphy.
Same.
Can you imagine what it would have been if we'd have actually signed him?
Yep.
But yeah, no, you really love Kabachi, don't you?
I do.
There's something that I've just it's like it was Paul last season for you.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, has proved quite well in your standing. But like this, it's been a lot about is Kabachi your new one? Your new
a little bit, yeah. A little bit.
Shout.
I think for me, you'd also got to remember they had Tyrone Mings in this squad. Kamara
yes, they did.
as well. And the thing is, only narrowly beaten. It was strong side to believe to have been selected by both managers, which is good. If that's the case, even better. Here's the thing. Like, some people have said, oh, this is a bad idea if you have a friendly... What if X, Y, and Z happens? I think they're thinking injuries. But I actually think this is the right thing to do. It keeps the motivation of the players going. It keeps the fitness level going. And it keeps that mindset going. This is the first time in a long time I've seen when they do something like this. It made me go, we are turning a proper corner on how things are done now. I don't know about anyone else, but it just feels like Danny just got what he's saying and what he wants right. And if anyone's seen the Chris Powell interview this week, Chris Powell seemed to echo that, and it was really interesting how he came across and talked about Danny. But Danny really got professional standards, which I don't think we've had. I think Darren had them, but couldn't implement them.
I think the simple thing with Darren, I think Darren Moore had everything apart from, if I'm being brutally honest, the tactics. Not like just the baseline tactics. He had a good 11, but he couldn't really change. He couldn't really change a game.
No.
Danny shows me that he can change a game.
Danny's also shown us all, and we were all speaking about it at one point, like going, oh, it needs this. He's given people a tactical change without people noticing there's a tactical change. Because the little tweaks, like, yeah, he got a back, being at a back three. But the little things in when you watch us press, there's certain players who are pressing more now than they weren't a couple of weeks ago. He got more players in defence coming slightly further forward than they were. It's like these little tweaks that you don't see. If you look at how we pass the ball, we are very much one touch run, one touch go. Someone else makes a move. And if you actually watch Danny on the sideline, he constantly going, move. He's pointing, he's shouting, he's bringing players over to talk to. We haven't had that level of like tacticalness in a long time. And I think
what's interesting as well is Danny is the example of he doesn't do everything. He's not like the manager on every front.
No.
He's the manager where he excels. And he is kind of weirdly more a head coach.
Yeah.
Even though we don't necessarily have that system, he is more of a head coach, isn't he? Even though he is the manager.
Yeah.
The way he set things up.
And if you actually look at Henrik being another person that, in their word, they're both tactical freaks, it helps us. Because if you ever see them like go back to like the bench, Henrik's always scribbling something down or they're making notes. And then they've got the analyst at the side, they say, pull that up on there. It's really interesting how we work now because Danny's not one for doing the dressing room stuff. He leaves that to Sasha. But if he needs to, he'll jump in. Apparently he did that at Coventry. But here's the thing. We are starting to look like a proper, well-oiled team off the field. But we're starting to look it a little bit more on the field as well because it's starting slowly to come together.
Yeah. I also have a superstition problem.
Go on.
So I shaved my beard that I was growing out for quite a while.
Right.
To that point, we'd been on an upturn of form and it didn't stop. The game I shaved my beard, we got done like 4-0.
You're not shaving them,
and
mate.
then I've stopped shaving it literally 3 games ago.
Right. And now we've had an upturn.
We're unbeaten in the 3. So now I've got the superstition thing in my brain of, oh no, do I have to do the thing and not shave it? Because somebody said to me, and it kind of got in my brain last year, at the end of last year when we went on that run, somebody said to me, it's the beard. Because I'd started talking about like how I was growing my beard out. And that's when we went on the miracle run and stayed up.
Maybe you got to grow the beard out.
Maybe.
Here's the thing. If you do grow your beard out, go get it professionally looked at, like groomed.
No, the thing is, last time I did it, I've got a proper set. So I do it properly. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. When I was doing it last time, I was planning to do it properly, but then we had that really warm month.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually, I think it was a couple of weeks. Like August was crap, but then we had a couple of weeks in it that were very warm. And I was like, nope, it's coming off. But yeah, that's my superstition thing. We've got some news. This is from the Wednesday website. Owls announced One to Call partnership. The Owls are delighted to announce a new partnership with One to Call. One to Call are a leading Sheffield-based managed service provider specializing in the delivery of fully managed IT support, cybersecurity, and communication services to businesses across the region. With a core focus on innovative solutions and first-class customer service, they are dedicated to helping SMEs embrace the latest technology so they can work safer, smart. Actually, we've got a partnership, but they're not sponsoring us, so
no.
I'm not reading this whole thing out about what they do. But yes, it's a partnership. It's not a front of shirt sponsor, is it? Or is it?
I don't think it is.
No, it's just
saying it's a partnership, like a general business partnership. It's not.
What are your thoughts on this one? It's not a sponsorship sort of thing. It's a partnership.
It makes a lot of sense if we can actually get it to work. It means they want a long-lasting partnership as well by the looks of it. Here's the thing. If you get this right, this breathes into more things. So the more people you get who have a good experience with Wednesday, maybe we can have more other Sheffield-based companies or other people come in partnership. I think it makes sense. If you are an IT, let's have a look. What's your thing? I just want to see what their actual thing is. Right. Right. If you are IT, can we ask for your IT support to fix our website when we do orders on the club website, please?
Just right. I don't know if you've tried to search the Sheffield Wednesday website recently. I think they fixed it as of today. But for the past fortnight, if you search SWFC, we've been coming up as Coventry. Our website.
Coventry, Barnsley, Oxford.
Yeah. They fixed it now, but for ages it said Coventry City Football Club at swfc.co.uk. And I was like, how has this happened?
The only one of them that I would have found really funny if it actually happened, if it came up with Swansea after all the years on the hashtag, where you would get Swansea fans going.
Yeah, they finally stopped that now.
Yeah. Well, they had to do like a big tweet going, this is our hashtag, this is Wednesday's hashtag. Use the right one.
Yeah.
It would work when they were in the Prem, because anyone who was not a proper person who outside fan, they just used the initials.
Yeah, it was so annoying. But the partnership's always good. There's the only thing else we'll be talking about really is Cadamartri scoring on loan at Lincoln.
Yeah.
Again.
You know what? I was very happy when I found out that they got a deal for him to go to Lincoln. Lincoln are a stupidly good club if you got a loan player to go to, because they just are really good at developing them. The players you come to mind, Morgan Rogers. Look at how good he's been in the Prem now. At Villa.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Brennan Johnson. Again, 2-2 for Spurs at the minute. Something like that. It's ridiculous kind of thing. When he was at Forest, he went and had a really good spell. They seem to get really good young attacking players and make them really good and come of age.
Are you triggered by the fact he grabbed the Lincoln badge?
No. Not really.
Nah.
But
I saw meant to be our badge.
Who were. I did see some people who were I think it's that thing. People have done it in the past at other clubs. I think it's just the emotion. I don't think when you score a goal, you think, oh, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, unless you've got a planned celebration.
It'll be quite nice a club falling in love with a lone player that we're like, no.
Yep, but he's ours. You can't have him.
He's ours.
Not happening. The only thing you do have a little bit, if he does really well, more eyes will be on him. But he's on a long-term contract, so.
Yeah, that's the good thing. He's signed a long-term deal.
Yeah.
He is either with us, or if he goes elsewhere, it's money.
Yeah, exactly.
So
the only other story is Deshaun Bernard.
Of course, yes. I accidentally deleted the list. So this might be a slight positive. Is it a little bit of the say you're injured, but Deshaun Bernard is outside. He's not in the Jamaican squad.
There we go.
For this international break, even though he was called up. What are you thinking?
They turned around and said he's got a minor muscle injury. Now, with Wednesday, that is something that is generally possible, because we do get a lot of them. But I do kind of feel like there might be a bit of a, like you said, say you're injured, come back.
Yeah.
Like, say you're injured. Yeah, your first choice at the minute, you're having fun. You don't want to do all that traveling, do you? Come back. It's actually a big help for us, because it gets him back. It gets him back working on set pieces if he's not injured, if it's not a bad of the first thought. Because if he was injured, or if he is injured, the thing I got is you then having to get Iorfa in, who may not be 100% fit, or Michael Owitway. And I think right now we've found our main partnerships in Famio.
Bernard and Famio.
Yeah, they are our two starting centre back, 100%. Let's just hope he can get back get it looked at it not as bad as they first thought, and it's just like, we don't want to set the risk, just come back.
Let's hope it's just a professional sort of, we need you back.
Yeah. Would be nice.
This isn't, but I don't know, because obviously those players do like playing for the country, so you never know.
You never want a player to not play for the country because it's one of the biggest things you can do as a football, I think.
Absolutely. I'm just thinking, Jake.
Yeah.
It's possibly worth us doing the out of contract thing in the next international break.
Which will be close in March. Yeah.
There's one in November.
There's one in November?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, there is.
There's one in November?
Yeah.
Oh, there's one in November. I'm only excited because it means I get another week off. Because...
Yeah, but also... I hate it because why is there one in November? But the reason is it's just clicked in my brain because I was like, that's a lot more prevalent because we're coming up to the time. So we will go straight into the draft, I think.
So are you telling me that we could have the whole thing of waiting 2 weeks till our next match after facing Sheffield United?
Well, that is the situation. We finish on the 10th and then we don't play again till the 23rd.
Oh,
13 days.
Is that the stupid nations leagues?
Yes.
Thing.
I think it is, yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of games. Okay, cool. Do it till the next one then.
Yeah. We're keeping this in the podcast.
Yeah.
You're hearing our thought process here. But yeah, we've got a lot of games to stream around that time as well.
Yeah,
so that will be interesting. But yeah, I love how you were like, it's a week off. Have more weeks off, Jake. You don't have to constantly be feeding the algorithm. Tell him, chat. Tell him, audience, in the comments. Tell him to stop being a maniac.
To be fair, nearly all my videos this week have all been on my iPhone sat in my kitchen.
They have actually, yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't dare leave the house just in case he starts striking, because I know the monitor will reach down here, but I know what'll happen. I'll open the door, I'll sit down, I'll turn everything on, and I'll go, hello guys, wah! And I'll be like, oh damn, turn off, go back down.
And I was like, is that your new intro? Hello guys.
Yeah.
Wake everybody up when they tune into a video.
Can we? You have to make that a short and just clip it and just go unexpected sounds.
Right, let's get in to
the
Talking Wednesday draft update number 2. Are you excited, Jake?
I feel like I've done pants again.
Well, you'll have to wait until I find out because, well, you won't have to wait much longer because... Yeah, I'm going to sit up for this one because I like this. This is the best thing we've ever done on the podcast, by the way.
Chance,
I'm just saying.
Are you this happy because you're winning by a lot?
I tell you what, just watch the episode and there's squeaky bum time. Let's just say that.
Fair enough.
Because today we also put a poll out for people to steal things. Now, luckily I remembered what the outcome of that poll was.
Just making it clear. Football players that are in the draft, we are wanting you to steal.
Yes, of course, yeah. So we gave the audience an option of stealing players from us
that
are in our draft that will then go back into circulation. So we then end up with new players.
Yep.
We could only protect 2.
We've done them.
So, yep, you protected, I think it was Kabachi and I'll tell you what, I'll talk about that a bit later in the draft.
Yeah.
But basically, we're going to lose players today and gain new players at the end of this. So there is that could be exciting, but it could also be painful. Let's go into it breaks down. So we haven't done an update on the draft since the QPR game. Now, QPR game, do you remember the score?
1-1.
Indeed.
James Beadle got sat on.
Just a reminder of the players that we've all got until the end of this episode. Jack has got Beadle, Valerie, Johnson, Jamal Lowe, Masaba and Smith. Jake has got Bernard, Palmer, Ingleson, Chalobah, Kavashi and McNeil. I have got Iorfa, Max Lowe, Barry Bannon, Josh Windass, Gassama and Ugbo.
Oh, God, mine are the ones are full of injuries. Palmer's injured now.
Yeah.
Well, oh, no.
Yeah, I've got Iorfa, to be fair, mate.
Yeah, true.
So, Jack against QPR had Beadle, who got 2.5 points. Valerie, who got 2.5 points. Just a reminder on our points, you get 2 points for a start, 1 point for being on the bench. Goals get 5 points, assists get 4 points. Rating gets 2 points for a 7, 3 points for an 8, 4 points for a 9, and 5 points for a 10. And then extras, you get half a point for something like a clearance, a block shot, or a key pass. I also realised that you might be quite excited with this, Jake, is at the end of this, there's actually a bonus section because I forgot that 5 points is man of the match for the last few. So there's extra points available for players that got man of the match.
Okay.
That I've done for the new ones for here, but I've added them on. So there's bonus points today for the ones that I missed on the last update. I forgot I put man of the match in there, but man of the match is 5 points. So that's quite significant if you've got a player that's got man of the match. So yeah, Valerie's 2.5. Johnson got 7.5 for Jack that week because of his extras. He was fantastic on the extras. He got 3.5 points just for extras. Jamal Lowe didn't play and he wasn't on the bench. Masaba got 1 point. Smith got 7 points because Smith got an assist in that game against QPR. So Jack's total that week was 20.5 points. It's worth mentioning, by the way, these were the points last time. Jack is on 43.75. Jake is on 36.5 and I'm on 54.5. So we're quite close in general. QPR, moving on to you, Jake. Bernard got you 2.5 points.
Right.
Palmer got you 3 points. Ingleson only got you 1 point. Chalobah got you no points. That might be a theme. Kabachi got you 4 points.
Hey.
Not bad. For his rating, that was. So he started and his rating. And McNeil got no points. He wasn't in the squad.
It'll come good eventually,
So
I hope.
Hopefully. So you got 10.5 points for that.
All right. That's not bad.
We had, for me, I also got nothing because he's injured. Max Lowe got 1.5 points. Barry Bannon, who obviously scored that goal against QPR, got me 12 points, which is very good because he got 3 points. He got an 8+ rating.
Yep.
He got 4 extras, so that's 2 points. He started and he got the goal, so 12 points. Josh Windass got 2.5 points for me. Gassama got 2 points. No, he didn't. Gassama got 1 point. I can't do maths. Did Gassama start against QPR? Because I've written that down wrong, I think.
Did he start?
I'm going to give myself 1 point and just correct the overall score. 1 second. It's literally just 1 point. I don't care. Now I'm going to lose the whole thing by 1 point, aren't I? Doesn't matter.
Gassama didn't start.
I did this. No, I didn't think he did. Right, yeah. I just put the total in wrong. Ugbo got me 2.5 points. So the total that week, with the correction there, I got 19.5 points. So I did actually have level with Jack, but Jack won the QPR to 20.5 points for Jack. Blackpool. So, Jake, obviously, you've got more cup players, so this is always interesting for you. Beadle's on the bench, 1 point for Jack, 1 point for Valerie, no points for Johnson, 2 points for Jamal Lowe, 2 points for Masaba. Michael Smith got an assist and some extras, getting him 7.5 points. Jack finished Blackpool with 13.5 points. Jake, moving on to you for Blackpool. Bernard started 2 points.
Yep.
Got a goal, 5 points.
Ooh.
Rating above 8. It was 8. It was in the 8s, 3 points.
Jesus
then your
Christ.
extras. Yep. He got a lot of extras and he also got man of the match. So Bernard's total for that week was 20.5 points for one player.
Bloody hell.
I know, right? Palmer got 2 points.
Yep.
Ingleson got 2.5 points. Chalobah and Kabachi weren't in the squad, so no points. McNeil got 1.5 points.
Come on, McNeil.
So Bernard absolutely carried you that week,
Yep,
and you got 26.5 points that week. For me, Iorfa got nothing. Max Lowe got 5.5. Bannon got 1.5. Gassama got 1.5. Ugbo got 1 point. So 9.5 total for me. So you, if we were basing it off weeks, Jake, you won the Blackpool week.
Yeah. Well, I've got a cup team.
Then we moved to. Yeah, exactly. Then we've moved to Luton.
Yep.
Some high points here for certain people, other than because obviously we didn't do too badly. We were robbed in that game. Beadle got 3 points for Jack. Valerie got 9.5 points because of his assist in there. Johnson got 3.5 points. Jamal Lowe got a point. Nasaba got a point. Smith got 3.5 points. Jack had a strong week. 21.5 points.
Yep.
Jake, you had Bernard that got you 4.5 points. You're lucky we don't have minus points because his rating was so bad. If we did have them for red cards and things like that, you wouldn't have done well.
No.
So he's gone from being a hero to could have probably got you minus points if we included penalties, like for red cards and such.
All those points that I would have got would have just disappeared.
Just gone, yeah. Palmer, 2.5 points. Ingleson, 1 point. Chalobah, no points, believe it or not. Kabachi, 2.5 points. McNeil, no points. So 10.5 points for you that week against Luton Town.
All right, I don't like Luton anyway.
Iorfa got me no points. Careful. Max Lowe got me 1 point. Bannon got me 8.5 points. Josh Windass got me 3 points. Gassama got me 1 point. Ugbo got me 1.5 points. So in total for that week, I got 15 points. So Jack won that week as well. Look at Jack. Not even here.
Playing.
West Brom. Beadle got 2 points for Jack. Valerie got 3.5. Johnson got 2.5. Jamal Lowe got 1. Masaba got 6.
Oh, that's a good
because it mainly his goal because he didn't start, obviously. Smith got 2 points. So Jack finished that week against West Brom with 17 points. Jake, I'm not going to lie, you didn't have a great week.
I know I didn't.
Bernard was suspended.
Yep.
So no points. Palmer, 3 points. Ingleson, 1 point. Chalobah's injured, so no points. Kabachi got you 5 points. He started, got a rating of 7+. Got a couple of extras, so 5 points. McNeil obviously wasn't in the squad, so you got 9 points that week against West Brom. A 3-2 win. And you
I only care about cup games.
However, I must say this week was quite good. Iorfa obviously got me no points.
Yep.
Max Lowe only got me 2. Bannon got an assist, started, got a few extras, got a rating of 7. 9.5 points for Bannon. Josh Windass, 2 points for starting, 5 points for a goal. What a goal as well, by the way.
Robin Van Persie, yeah.
His rating got me 2. He also got man of the match, so tied him with his extras. There was about 6.5 points there. He got 15.5 points for me that week. Gassama got me 1 point. Ugbo got me 2. So I totaled 30 points for West Brom. It's not bad.
That's not bad at all, actually.
Bristol City. Beadle got Jack 4.5 points. Valerie got him 4 points. Some quite high ones there. That was extras mainly for all of that. Johnson, 3 points. Jamal Lowe, 1 point. Masaba, 2.5 points. And Smith, 1 point. 16 points. Solid week against Bristol City for Jack. Jake, Bernard got you 12.5 points. Man of the match again.
Nice.
So he's getting you some man of the match stuff, which is decent.
Please don't be injured.
Palmer, 2.5 points. Ingleson, 1 point. You don't know if Bernard's gone yet. He might have been stolen.
Shit, yeah.
Chalobah, no points. Kabachi, 1.5 points. McNeil, no points. 17.5 points for you that week, so you beat Jack. I didn't do too well this week. Iorfa didn't play. Max Lowe got 1 point. Bannon got 3.5 points. Didn't really do too much in terms of ratings. Josh Windass didn't get a point. Gassama got 1 point. Ugbo got 2 points. I got 7.5 points that week. So Jake, you won that week.
But Coventry, you're going to get a load of points.
We'll see. I'll tell you what, no, who is going to get a load of points? Listen to this. Jack, Beadle got him 4.5 points. Valerie got him 3.5 points. Johnson got him 1.5 points. Jamal Lowe got him 9 points.
Jesus.
Because of the assist and the rating and the likes. Masaba got him 6 points. Because of the assist. He didn't even start, but he got the points. Smith, obviously a lot of the points aren't there because Charles isn't in this yet. So Charles obviously would have had a point. Smith got him 1.5 points. Jack got 26 points that week.
See, can you imagine if one of us had Charles in?
We might by the end of today.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Bernard, for you, so we move on to you, got you 5.5 points. Jake, you had 4 players not in the squad. Palmer, Chalobah, Kabachi, McNeil. Ingleson got you 3 points. You got 8.5 points that week. It's not the lowest score.
Yeah.
Iorfa got me a point because he was back on the bench.
Your point
Max
gets
Lowe
on the bench. Mine are not that privileged.
They've just got to be in the squad.
I know.
You have been getting points picked up from the bench.
I know. I'm just gutted at that. Like, most
do you want me to tell you
squad.
score if you hadn't? Because I don't think you would.
Go on.
I haven't worked it out. It was more of a hypothetical. It would be bad, Jake.
Yeah.
Max Lowe got me no points because I wasn't in the squad. Bannon got me 4 points. Josh Windass wasn't in the squad. Gassama got me 10 points.
He had a great game.
For his goal, his rating, a couple of extras, and his starting. And Ugbo got me 1.5 points. Ugbo's let me down this second half of the draft. And so I got 16.5 points that week. So Jack won that week as well. I only won one of the weeks. You won 2. Jack won 2. So in the second phase, Jack got 114.5 points.
Jesus.
You got 72.5 points. I got 99 points. Or it might be 98 because I've corrected the total score, but I don't think I corrected that. If you combine the phases together, Jack has got 158.25 points.
Right.
You have got 119 points. I have got 152.5 points. Jack is winning.
He's miles ahead. Not miles ahead.
He's currently 6 points ahead of me. However, I told you I forgot to add man of the matches.
Yep.
Jake.
Right.
Against Hull, Charlie McNeil was man of the match.
Oh.
So you got 5 extra points.
Yay.
So your total is now 124 points after both phases. I had 2 games, one where Bannon was man of the match, and one where, who was the other one? Let me just find it. I've written it down. Where have I written it down? God, this document is so... Yeah, Windass was man of the match in the other one. So I got 10 points. So I've just crept ahead of Jack. He has got 158.25. I've got 162.5 points. So first and second is very tight, but it could all change.
Yep.
Because here's where the audience meddling gets involved.
Becky audience.
So you protected... I believe, let's have a look. Who did I say you were keeping? You were protecting Bernard and Kabachi.
Yes.
I protected Ugbo and Bannon, and Jack protected Masaba and Jamal Lowe. So they could
Jack
not...
protected himself.
Yeah, I know he said Jack Lowe. People can't go into those.
Nope.
So they weren't available. The other 4 players were each put out in a poll where the highest 2 players on that poll would be voted out.
Yep.
Now, I deleted the poll, screenshotted it, accidentally deleted the screenshots. Luckily, I remembered what they were. Because I've got the screenshots for the career modes, haven't I? So I was cleaning up my desktop and realised that I'd literally only got like 2 of the screenshots left. But luckily, I remembered who'd won the steals. So the audience voted this way. I have lost. Bear in mind, I could still get these back if what happens changes. I have lost Max Lowe and Gassama. So they are back into circulation. Jack has lost Marvin Johnson and James Beadle. So an interesting one taking the keeper.
Yep.
Jake, they have been really kind to you. I noticed this on the poll. You have lost Chalobah and Palmer. So that one's not as good. But like...
Yeah, they've been very kind to me. Thank you very much.
I was like, you absolute... Why are you being so kind to him? Here's how this is going to work, right? So, it's going to go as a random number generator.
Right.
Now, you cannot take a player from the same position, a different position to what you lost. Does that make sense? Because otherwise we'll end up with an imbalance at this stage. We might do it so somebody will be top loaded with defenders at some point, but just to keep it for this first deal.
Because I lost Chalobah and Palmer, I've got to replace with like for like.
Yes, so you would get a midfielder and a defender.
Right.
Jack would get a midfielder and a defender because Beadle classes as defender.
Yeah.
I would get a defender and a midfielder. So, attacker because Sam is an attacker. Yeah. So, the way this is going to work is I have got numbers in each section here, and I'm going to get a random number generator on Google. You're just going to have to trust me, but you trust me. So there's it's not like I'm going to lie.
You're too tired to lie.
Exactly. You'd be very easy to tell. So, Jake, because you're last in the draft at the minute, sorry to remind you of that, you get to pick which player you'd like to swap out first, and you get the first roll of the number generator. So, would you like to go for a midfield position and replace Chalobah first?
Yes.
Or Palmer? It's then going to go to me, and then it's going to go to Jack, but because Jack isn't here, he will just be proxied. So we will just pick...
Let me just think.
We'll pick whichever order I've written them in. So, for example, he will be losing a... Is Johnson down as a midfielder? No, defender. So he will be...
I'll take defender.
Oh, actually. Hang on. He is down as defender, isn't he, on the Wednesday website? Because I did it the first time. I don't think I've put him back in circulation 1 second. He's the one player I've missed by the looks of it. Load. I'm keeping this in because I'm not doing any more editing. No, Johnson is... Where's he gone? I swear they've just changed the website overnight to mess with me. He's a midfielder. So he probably is in there and my eyes have just failed me. No, I have put him in there and my eyes have just failed me. So who did you say you're taking first?
I'm going to take a defender.
Okay. Now, here's the way the numbers are assigned. Obviously, this doesn't matter for you, but the numbers will rank from 1 to 8 on the Google number generator. So minimum 1, maximum 8. And I'll just click generate at some point. I'll read you who the numbers are first. So, if you got number 1, you would get James Beadle. If you got number 2, you would get Hamer.
Right.
If you got number 3, you would get Charles.
Right.
If you got number 4, you'd get Palmer back.
Right.
You'd actually have, so you just take Palmer out, get him straight back.
Yeah.
If you pick number 5, you get Max Lowe, so you technically steal him off me.
Yep.
If you get number 6, you get Valentin, you get Paul. If you get number 7, you get Awekwe.
Right.
And if you get number 8, you get Famio. So there's some good ones in there as well.
Actually, yeah.
And some stinkers.
Yep.
Are you ready?
Yeah, go on.
You get...
Oh my God!
You got number 8.
Yes!
Which is Famio.
Yeah, get it. He could get me something right.
That's so annoying. Right. I might as well start with, because I've got a defender, but like, has Jack got a defender? Yeah. Sod it. I'll do the defender while there's still a good pull for it. So 1 to 7 now. Oh, I feel sick. Please don't be 2 or 3. 6. Who was 6?
Valentine?
I'll take that. That's Paul. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Should we just do it in? Because obviously this would have been the thing. I think he'd probably try and get it out of the way now. It doesn't really matter because he'd last anyway, and he doesn't have another defender. So we'll do Jack's defender.
Just do defender, yeah.
I have now changed a Weckway to number 6 just to make it easier. So,
all right, come on then. Let's see what he gets.
So I can do 1 to 6. So he's traded out Beadle for number 5,
Max Lowe?
who is he gets Max Lowe. Yeah. So we've not really been screwed. Neither of us have been screwed over there. I don't think. I genuinely thought we were all going to get
2 and 3
keepers. Yeah.
I had it on my whole thing like I'm gonna get number 2 on now, and I'm gonna be like, damn it.
I thought Ben Hamer's number was destined for me. Okay, so it's your turn again. Obviously, you don't get to choose. It's your midfielder.
Yep.
I'm kind of glad I don't have a midfielder in this race because I do not want Chalobah. Number 1 is Chalobah again. If you get number 1, he's back and he's there to curse you.
Right.
At Christmas, we will be doing a vote to eliminate players completely from the draft.
Yep.
So players like Chalobah may be out by then, but you never know. They might be back and fit.
Yeah.
He could have a resurgence. Number 2 is Ingleson.
Right.
I'm lying. It's not Ingleson. Number 2's gone. Ingleson's already in you haven't lost it, Ingleson. Number 2 is Johnson.
Yep.
And number 3 is Charles.
I want number 3.
I've not missed a midfielder there, ever. I don't think so.
No.
Just double check. I did this very late last night. Apologies. I've been working all week, as most people who listen to this podcast will have been. So, midfield.
Sean Fuser.
I'm going to put Fasiri in. He's in the squad now. He's on the website.
Yep.
Do you agree to that before I do it? Because I'm not just going to
makes sense.
Screw people over. He is playing, isn't he? Yeah. So
only cup game, but he's playing.
Yeah, so Fasiri will be number 4.
Oh, wait, we've got Brentford in the cup. I'm getting Sean Fuser. I'm never going to get any points again.
You are sorry?
We've got Brentford next round of the cup. I'm never getting any points again if I get Fuser.
Well, the FA Cup comes around in January. It doesn't really matter, does it? So basically, you want number 3 or number 2 because Marvin Johnson's a good one here. 2
and 3. That's what I want.
Yep. Random number generating. 1 and 4. Now.
I've got Chalobah back, haven't I?
No, you've got Fasiri. It's number 4.
Ah, fair enough. Come on, young'un.
At least it's not a player that's never going to play.
Exactly.
Okay, my turn. This is a bit of a weird one because there's not many attackers available yet. Oh. So Gassama's lost, but the only other one in there is Pato. Yep. So I either get Gassama back or I get Pato, basically.
Yep.
So it's between numbers 1 and 2. Pato is number 1 and Gassama is number 3. 2. Sorry. So I will generate that now. I got Pato. I kind of would have preferred to get
Gassama back.
Gassama back, but there we go. Means Gassama's available for when we do something in January. Right. Jack's got to do the midfield. Oh, he's going to get Charles though, isn't he? I've got a feeling now.
Yeah, he's going to get a 3.
So it's number 1 is Chalobah, number 2 is Johnson, number 3 is Charles. Are you ready?
He's going to get 3 in here and he's not even here.
Oh, you!
He got 3, did he?
He did!
Oh, no! He's going to get so many bloody points. Jammy kit.
You see, Jack's going to do well out of this by luck, not actual sound reasoning and judgment. Right. Take a look on the screen. Here are all the updated scores, the top scores and the likes. We will keep you updated on the draft. They will be talking Wednesday extras first, but a couple of weeks after that, they will become available for the members. And I'll be for everyone, not just members. And I will let you know what the next audience interaction is going to be with this series. But let us know what you think about it all in the comments. Thank you very much for watching the entire pod today, guys. Take care, and we will see you in the next episode of Talking Wednesday.
See ya.